Okay, in this video we're going to talk about building a CFA in Amos. So we're going to go up here to our latent variable kind of cheat sheet and draw a circle. I tend to draw kind of small, especially if I have a lot of indicators. And then every time I click on it, it's going to give me a new item. So let's do 6 items. Let's do 5 items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's say I have another indicator of another 5 items. This doesn't look very pretty. So I'm going to rotate my indicators. So I'm going to go to the rotate button over here, rotate them, rotate them. That's a little bit better. Now, of course, I'm off the screen. I don't like that, so I'm going to go over here to resize. It's going to put them right in the middle. You can see I drew this circle slightly larger than this circle, so everything is slightly larger. It doesn't matter. Since I have 2 latent variables, I do need to correlate them. Here's a hint: go from the bottom to the top, and that way it will look prettier, especially once you have multiple things that you're trying to draw. Always go from the bottom up when drawing those. Alright, so now I need to name things. So I could name this just for the sake of the example. I'm just going to name it variable 1 and 2. I could name it knowledge. I could name it knowledge and analysis. I could name it use. I could name it planning and assessment. I could name it all kinds of different things. But this is your latent variable name so that you remember what it is. Don't name any of these guys yet. So now we're going to put data into our Amos. So go to File, Data Files, and then of course you have to find it. Let's not use someone else's data. We'll go to Courses. A lot of times I will put this on my desktop so that I can find it easier and remember what course I am even in, because this can take a while and be really annoying. There we go. Say okay. Don't need any of the rest of it. So now I have a couple of choices. I can go to this one right here and list the variables in my data set. I can get to the same thing by view and go to variables in the data set. These are all of my items that I get to choose from. So I have use items, I have knowledge items. I'm just going to pick a random 5, but you should know which ones go to which factor and make sure they match. So all I'm doing is dragging my item and my data into the proper item and the factor that it should load onto. So I've got all of my items set now. I have to still name all of my error terms. So you can physically go through and be like E1, E2, or you can go up here to plugins and name unobserved variables, and it will do it all for you. So at this point, all we need to do is save somewhere. Again, I tend to save on the desktop. Name it something that you know what it is. And then you can click this button right here to calculate estimates. Except we're not done. We need to go to Analysis Properties, click Estimate Means, go to Output, and click Standardized Estimates. Check those 2 boxes. Save again. Now we are ready to calculate estimates, which is this button right here. So if it clicks through all of that and stops and you get a chi-square value down here, congratulations, your model ran, you're in a good spot. You can click on this guy right here to view your text, which is all of your output, and you can now go through and look at all of the output.